cautions all. The smaller thing disguised inside the larger thing is just a smaller version of the larger thing, so it just kind of repeats itself in this infinite regress. A few years later, Smith came out as gender queer, explaining that he, quote, feels as much like a woman as a man. He was, of course, never asked to explain what the hell that's supposed to mean, or how he knows what a woman feels like, or how he delineates between man feelings and woman feelings. It's good for his sake that he wasn't asked these questions, because he wouldn't have been able to answer them, because the term genderqueer was meaningless. But genderqueer Sam Smith was about as interested in the public as gay Sam Smith, so he went back to the drawing board, and 2 years after that, he came out of his third closet. He announced that he's actually not just gay, not just genderqueer, but in fact non-binary, and will now use they, them pronouns. How does being non-binary differ in any meaningful sense from being genderqueer, and what do any of these terms mean, and in what way is he not simply just a gay guy with feminine mannerisms like a million other gay guys? Well, again, he was never asked those questions and couldn't have answered them if he hadn't. Then several years passed, and Sam Smith put out more music that nobody cared about, and he realized that simply being a gay, genderqueer, non-binary they-them wasn't going to cut it. And that's when he decided that his only path back to something approaching cultural relevance was to become basically the white male Lizzo. So Smith packed on 150 pounds, dressed up in an outfit that reveals far more of his body than any human on earth ever wanted to see, and he put out a new X-rated album and music video. And he explained this new artistic direction in a recent interview where he explains that he knows that it's a risky move to do this, but he's bold enough to try it. Listen.
The music industry is just not used to queer artists.
If there was a big risk you took with this album, what would you say it was for yourself?
I'd say the biggest risk on this album was the element of sex.
Wow. The music industry isn't ready for queer artists, he says. Which is a bit like claiming that Zumba isn't ready for middle-aged white women. He also says that the biggest risk he's taking is being sexual. I mean, that's a pretty big risk, we have to admit. I mean, it takes a lot of guts to do the same thing that literally every other person in your profession is doing and has already been doing for decades. Following the easiest and safest trend. Now, there's a risk. I mean, that's boldness, if I ever saw it. Next, he's going to tell me that he went out on a limb and picked the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl this year. He knows how to take risks, big risks. Granted, he might be the first pop star to go this direction while looking like he plays right tackle on the Detroit Lions practice squad. Though on second thought, Lizzo has him beat there as well, so even on that point, he's not the first. So Smith's latest musical effort may not be risky, may not be bold, may not be revolutionary, but it is at least, we will admit, totally repulsive and grotesque. And this is normally the part where I would play a clip of his disgusting music video that has gone viral entirely for being disgusting, but I'm actually not going to do that in this case. I'm not going to ask you to start your Monday that way. Suffice it to say that Smith's new music video for his song, which is called I'm Not Here to Make Friends, shows the morbidly obese singer in women's underwear dancing awkwardly with both men and women wearing something similar to assless chaps, who then start humping the floor with their bare butts sticking up, at which point streams of pee start spraying all over them, and it gets worse from there. But I'm realizing that describing it may even be more objectionable than just watching it, so you get the gist anyway. Now, it's probably no use pointing out how morally debased all of this is. Just as it's no use observing how our society day by day comes to not only resemble, but in every sense rival, Sodom and Gomorrah. And that all goes without saying at this point. And it's also exactly what these attention-starved, ugly, degenerate morons want us to say. It is true that Sam Smith is a filthy, hideous pervert. It's also true that he wants us to say that about him. After all, as we learned from all of the Sam Smiths that came before this Sam Smith, part of being a pervert is getting off on other people noticing that you're a pervert. Like, the thrill he gets from hearing people describe him that way is part of why he's a pervert and what makes him a pervert to begin with. Which isn't to say that we shouldn't point it out, but rather that after we've delivered the moral condemnation this kind of garbage calls for and deserves, we should also say the thing that is just as true, and also the one thing that Sam Smith does not want us to say. The thing that those of his ilk fear the most, because they know it is true, is that this routine, along with being debased and disgusting and morally depraved, is also boring. It is dirty and stupid and gross and evil and totally, utterly tiresome. Boring. Played out. We've seen it a million times. It cannot shock us anymore. As a culture, we are sadly far too jaded to be scandalized by anything. You cannot scandalize. You can't do it. Our eyes and minds have grown essentially calloused. We've been swimming in this muck and filth for so long that another bucket may be demoralizing and sad, but it can never shock us. It can never surprise us. To be intentionally ugly in a world of ugliness only means that you blend in. You become part of the background. Now, you may be